Hello, legends, heroes, and poopy heads. Welcome to the Omni Flash channel, where Omni Flash will take gaming to the next level.
Hello my friends, this is Omni Flash, and a lot of you have been asking about class change as well as inheritance. This video is going to talk about both. We're going to talk about everything you need to know about class change, as well as how inheritance can actually help you out and can be an excellent tool to get you ready for your new class, because you don't want to change your class and not have the right gear, to have the right skills, right soul stones, have everything ready so that you're able to do the latest content, the best dungeons and everything. First, you have to be prepared before you class change. So to start off, a class change item will be in the mall. You'll have to buy the class change item. Now, the class change item, I think, is about 3,800 ingots. We might get one for free, I'm not sure. We'll find out soon. And also, when you class change, you will have a face change. You will get a whole character face change inside your mail, so that when you change to your new class, you will be able to customize what you look like in that new class. So you don't have to worry about having your class. Also, if you have any skins as well as any flying mounts, it will change to the corresponding flying mount, the equivalent one that is in the new class. So for example, if I have wings right now as a cleric, when I do change to a barbarian, I'll have one of those flying mounts. It could be that goldfish or an owl or something. Now, what we do have is you do need gear. You do need gear. Now, gear can be gotten after you class change, but if you're making your gear after you class change, that's just not good, because you can possibly mess yourself up completely. You can change your class in a hurry and not have the right gear. You won't be able to do any dungeons. You won't be able to do anything. So first of all, before you class change, you've got to make sure you have the right gear. All equipped gear will change from magic to physical when you change from a magic class to a physical class. For example, on this belt, it says it has magic crit damage bonus. Since I'm a cleric, if I wear this belt with magic crit damage bonus, and when I change to barbarian, when I change to a tank, because I'm going to be a tank, because there's just not that many tanks in this game, I'm going to change to a tank so that I can help my guild out better. We'll have more tanks. As well, I'll be making some guides for tanks so that all the tanks out there can know how to tank better and what you need to do, so that there might be even more tanks coming out, because there has been quite a bit of clerics, but we just don't have enough tanks. So I'm going to change to a tank. I know I've said that I wanted to be a Vulpine, but I'm going to change to a tank. So for example, with this piece of gear that my friend has crafted for me, he gave it to me for a pretty good deal, just 1.1 mil. It has magic crit bonus damage. And normally this will be actually quite useless for a barbarian, because, you know, barbarians don't use magic. However, since I am a cleric, this is perfect. When I am 119, I'm going to equip this. So you have to have the item equipped. So I'm going to equip this, and when I change to a barbarian, all of the magic stats will change with it. So magic crit will turn into physical crit, which is great. Now, if it's a defensive stat, if it said like magic defense, that won't change. It's only the crit, the penetration. If it says magic penetration, magic attack, magic crit, those will change from whatever, like a cleric, its main stat is magic, and you turn into a tank or an archer or a blade master, which is physical. All magic stats will change over to physical. And that will turn this belt into something really, really good. Now, if you have Overlord Sigil, Overlord Sigils will not change. Overlord Sigils do not change. You will have to get a new Overlord Sigil. If you have a rank medal, like one of those rank rings, you don't have to wear it. That will automatically change. If you have rank 8 or 9 gear, that will change automatically. You don't have to wear those. So any gear that you have worn will change. Will change from magic to physical or vice versa, depending on what class you are. When you change to the opposite, you change from magic to physical or physical to magic, all your gear will change with it. You will get the same gear in the new class. And you will have to have enough bag space. You will have to have enough bag space because afterwards, all of that gear will change to your new class and will drop into your bag. So you need the bag space as well. All of your soul stones will also change. So right before you actually change class, all equipped soul stones will change. So all of those soul stones in your bag will not change. So before you change classes, be sure to upgrade. So upgrade one of your M attacks, upgrade one of your M crits, and one of your magic penetrations. Just use up all of those level 1, level 2, level 3 stones and just level them up. And this way that will use up all of those smaller stones or they will become useless. Also, next up will be guild training. Guild training will be reset. You'll be able to do guild training all over again. And you will get all the guild points back as well as all the silver. So you can redo guild training all over again and you will get all the silver back. So guild training is great. If you messed up your guild training in the first place, you can do it correctly this time. You also want to start looking up gear. Now, if you're a DPS and you change your DPS, that's great. That's great. You don't have to do that much because all your DPS gear will change over as long as it's equipped. However, I'm changing from a cleric to a barbarian, so I will have to look for a lot of block gear. So a minute ago I had that chest piece, 119 double block, great piece, and now I have 2 weapons. These are 109 weapons, and this is something that I found out the hard way. And this is how inheritance does not work. Now this is a beautiful double block wizard weapon, except you cannot transfer it over to a barbarian weapon because it is magic, because it has magic attack. If you wanted to transfer this to a barbarian weapon, you would have to transfer it to, since I'm cleric, I can transfer these stats to a cleric weapon. So if I could transfer this is a 109 weapon, I can transfer it, it's a gold weapon, I can transfer it to a legendary 119 weapon. So at first, it can only, when you inherit, you can only inherit until an item that is equal or higher level, as well as equal or higher grade quality. So gold weapons can only go onto other gold weapons that are equal or higher level, or legendary. This right here does work, is these boots. I found some beautiful archer boots which has physical stats on it, and I inherited the archer boot stats directly to barbarian boots. So this is a great way, a cheap way, so that you don't have to spend all your ingots on recasting. Recasting can be expensive if you're looking just for block stats. So I found a lot of people, they have lots of boots and lots of gear with block on it, which is essential for barbarian. You basically need all your gear to have block on it to be a barbarian, because block makes it, to have 100% block makes it so that you take 50% less damage all the time. So this is it. This is great. I have some beautiful 109 boots, and I inherited from some 99 stats from archer boots. But you can't inherit because archer is also a physical class. You can inherit physical class to physical class, but not that wizard weapon. That wizard weapon could not be inherited onto a barbarian weapon because there were magic stats on that wizard weapon. Now this right here, it has some nice block on it. It is a Blade Master cape, which is also a physical cape. I would be able to buy this for just 60,000 gold, and I will not have to. I won't have to recast my barbarian cape. So all I need now is to get a nice barbarian cape. Now you're wondering, how about my pet? Because I have this enhanced magic on my goblin, right? Enhanced magic isn't going to do any good on my barbarian, right? It will change from enhanced magic to enhanced strength. When you class change, be sure to have this pet equipped, and you class change over to barbarian or archer or whatever, the enhanced magic will change to enhanced strength. Alright, so here I find a really nice Vulpine hat with a lot of block. What you can do, since it's magic stats, you can't directly transfer it over to the barbarian hat. What you can transfer this is, it's a 109 hat. You can transfer it into a cleric 109 yellow or a 119 legendary hat. It has to be equal or higher grade, equal or higher level. So I can change that. I can inherit the stats off that Vulpine onto a cleric hat that is equal and higher level or equal and higher grade, and wear it right before I class change. If you class change and wear it, my cleric hat will turn into a barbarian hat automatically. So yeah, so I might buy that Vulpine hat. I just have to find a nice cleric hat first, or if I, or you know, I could buy that Vulpine hat and hope that I get a nice cleric hat before I have to class change. Nextly, I'm going to do the same thing with some beautiful rings that I find. Okay, so let me look. There you go. Look at that beautiful archer ring with block and strength and HP and physical attack and crit. And physical crit. That is a beautiful. If that was a barb ring, that would be amazing. So I'm buying that. It was 18k. And then I also find another ring with it's decent. It's not the best. It kind of sucks, but it's okay. It still has block on it. So I'm buying it also. Where is it? Let me find it. All right, so that's my first ring. That's a really nice ring. So I'm definitely going to get that for 18k. This is a second ring, and it is not that great, and for 45k, but it's still not a bad deal. I'm going to get that. And what we're going to do is we have both a Blade Master ring and an Archer ring, both with block, both decent rings if they were Barbarian. All I have to do now is to find Barbarian rings, and I can inherit them over. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy both of them, and then I'm going to use the inherit feature. Inherit will make your lives easier. It will save you a ton of gold ingots that you would have spent on recasting. And I will most likely just take my legendary 99s, my legendary 99 weapon, and my sleeves, and just recast those for the most block, and also physical defense, magic defense. Also on your weapon and on your sleeves, there's block on them. So getting any of those 20% base equipment stat increases is tremendous, because that increases the amount of block on both your sleeves and your weapon at the same time. So be sure to look for percent based equipment stat increases on the weapon as well as on your gloves. So now you guys know how to use inherit to make it cheaper so that you don't have to spend as much money, as much gold ingots on recasting. So just do what I'm doing. I'm going through stall. I'm buying really cheap equipment that people don't want because it's completely terrible for an archer. Block, completely terrible for an archer, completely terrible for a blade master, extremely nice for a barbarian. You can buy them really cheap and just inheritance stones do not cost that much, and it's very, very good. Cloud 9s. Alright, so your Cloud 9 does change. Now, your Cloud 9 does change. Only thing that does not change from magic to physical or physical to magic, is your sigil. So you might not have to change your Cloud 9. One last thing, be sure to buy up some skills. Be sure to buy up the skills that you need. Also, you may want to use the Crucible and combine so that you might be able to get some nice rare skills. However, I would recommend that you don't combine until after the update. After the update, rank tier 4 skills will be available. So be sure to buy the skills now, because after the update, everyone's going to be buying skills to make tier 4 skills, and those skills will not be available. So buy the skills for your new class now. Alright, I think that's everything you need to know about class change. You do actually have to be level 80 before you can class change. Also, if there's anything else that you want to ask about class change, feel free to comment below, let me know. If you like this video, please be sure to like this video, subscribe, smash that notification bell so that you'll know when the next video is coming out, as well as tell your friends and comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.